Long before bars, pharmacies, or festivals, humans were already chasing one thing your brain still craves today: escape. A way out of the fear, the pain, and the endless boredom of just trying to survive. They had no chemistry, no labs, and no idea how any of it worked. But they figured out how to alter their own minds anyway. With rotting fruit, burning plants, strange mushrooms, and their own bodies pushed past the breaking point. Some of it was medicine, some of it was ritual, and some of it was pure, reckless experimentation that killed the people who guessed wrong. These are the 10 most shocking things ancient humans did to get high. And number 1 proves that the urge behind every drink, smoke, and buzz today is older than civilization itself. Let's start with number 10. Number 10. Getting drunk without knowing what alcohol was. Alcohol wasn't invented, it was discovered by accident, over and over again. Leave fruit or honey in water for long enough, and wild yeast moves in and starts eating the sugar. What it leaves behind is alcohol. Ancient humans didn't understand any of this. They just noticed that old, mushy fruit sometimes made you feel strange, warm, and loose. And they liked it. That fuzzy, relaxed feeling was a rare break from constant stress and danger. So they started seeking out that spoiled, fermented food on purpose. They had no word for alcohol and no clue about yeast. They only knew that certain rotting things could quiet the mind, and that was enough to keep coming back. Number 9. Turning fermentation into the first drinks. Once humans realized rotten fruit could change how they felt, they stopped waiting for accidents. They started making it happen. They crushed fruit and left it to sit. They mixed honey with water and let it ferment into a primitive mead. As farming spread, they soaked grains and brewed the earliest ancestors of beer. They couldn't see the yeast, but they learned the recipe by pure repetition. This was humanity's first taste of chemistry without any understanding of chemistry, and it became deeply social. Fermented drinks showed up at gatherings, celebrations, and rituals. A batch of brew brought people together, loosened them up, and made the harsh world feel a little softer. The party is older than the city. Number 8. Smoking and chewing whatever changed their heads. The mouth and the lungs turned out to be fast doorways into the brain, and humans found that out early. They chewed on certain leaves and roots that dulled pain, boosted energy, or fought off hunger and exhaustion. And when they threw plants onto the fire, they noticed something. The smoke from some of them did strange things to your mind if you breathed it in. So they leaned into the smoke on purpose. Burning specific herbs became a way to feel calm, alert, or altered, depending on the plant. It was crude and dangerous, and plenty of it was toxic. But humans were already running the oldest experiment there is, testing which plants could quietly reach in and rewire how they felt. Number 7. Using hallucinogenic plants to touch another world. Some plants didn't just relax the mind, they shattered it wide open, and ancient humans treated that as sacred. Certain plants could trigger powerful visions, distorted reality, and overwhelming experiences that felt more real than daily life. To people with no science, this wasn't a chemical reaction. It felt like a doorway, a way to speak with spirits, ancestors, or gods. So these plants became holy tools controlled by shamans and used in careful rituals. The visions were treated as messages, guidance from beyond the normal world. They had no idea their brains were being flooded with chemicals. They only knew that eating a certain plant could rip the curtain aside and show them something no ordinary day ever could. Number 6. Eating mushrooms to leave their own minds. Out of all the strange things growing in the wild, some mushrooms hid the most powerful mind-benders of all. Certain fungi contained compounds that caused intense hallucinations, dissolving the line between the self and the world. Ancient people who ate them described leaving their bodies, meeting spirits, and seeing the universe come apart and rebuild itself. For a species desperate to understand death, dreams, and the sky, this was staggering. Many cultures wove these mushrooms into their most important spiritual ceremonies. The experience was so overwhelming it shaped their religion and their view of reality. They couldn't explain it, so they worshipped it. A tiny mushroom from the forest floor became a gateway to the gods. Number 5. Blending drugs with healing and magic. To ancient humans, getting high and getting healed were often the exact same act. The tribe's healer, the shaman, mixed powerful plants into rituals meant to cure the sick. Some substances genuinely dulled pain or fought infection. Others sent the shaman into a trance where they claimed to see the illness and battle the spirits behind it. Sickness wasn't seen as biology, it was seen as a spiritual attack. So the cure had to be spiritual too, and mind-altering substances were the bridge. The healer would enter another state, perform the ritual, and return with answers. Medicine, magic, and intoxication were tangled into one practice, and for a long time, that was the most advanced healthcare on Earth. Number 4, using pain and exhaustion to break the mind open. Here's the shocking part. Ancient humans didn't always need a plant to get high. Sometimes they used their own bodies as the drug. They danced for hours, sometimes days, without stopping. They fasted, stayed awake, endured heat, and pushed themselves into total exhaustion. And when the body is stretched that far, the brain floods itself with its own chemicals and slips into a trance. This is a natural high, triggered by extreme stress and endurance. Dancers would collapse into visions and altered states without swallowing a single thing. It's the same reason people chase runners high today. The body has always had a hidden pharmacy inside it, and ancient humans learned to unlock it through nothing but pain, rhythm, and sheer exhaustion. Number 3, using intoxication to fight and hunt. Fear is a killer in a fight. So humans learned to switch it off, chemically, before they risked their lives. Before dangerous hunts or battles, some groups used stimulants and intoxicants to dull fear and pain and pump up aggression. A warrior who felt no fear and barely noticed injuries was terrifying to face. A hunter with numbed pain and sharpened nerve could push through exhaustion and stay in the fight. It was crude, risky, and sometimes deadly, but it worked. Altering the mind became a survival weapon, a way to override the body's natural terror when survival demanded it. Long before any modern soldier, ancient humans already knew that the right substance could turn an ordinary, scared person into something far more dangerous. Number 2, building whole communities around the high. And this is the real turning point. It was never just about the substance, it was about the group learning to chase the feeling together. Feasts, rituals, and ceremonies formed around drinking, smoking, and tripping. Getting altered became a shared event, something that bonded people, marked big moments, and released the pressure of a brutal life. The tribe learned to repeat the pleasure, the trance, and the relief, again and again. That's how dependence is really born. Not just in one body, but in a whole culture built around the escape. The buzz became part of celebration, grief, worship, and belonging. Humans didn't just discover how to get high, they built entire social lives around it, and that pattern never left us. And number 1, the truth under all of it. The human brain has always hunted for an escape. Because this is the part that connects those ancient people directly to you. Strip away the plants, the smoke, and the rituals, and one fact remains. The human mind has always wanted to escape pain, fear, boredom, and the crushing weight of just being alive. Ancient humans reached for fermented fruit and strange mushrooms. Today, people reach for a drink, a cigarette, a pill, a screen. The tools changed completely. The craving didn't change at all. That urge to feel something different, to quiet the mind, to step outside reality for a moment, is not a modern weakness. It's ancient wiring, tens of thousands of years old. Every buzz, every high, every escape humans chase today is the echo of a caveman staring into a fire, discovering that reality could be turned off, just for a little while. So the next time you pour a drink to relax or crave anything, just to take the edge off, remember this. You're not doing something new. You're answering a call that started around an ancient fire, tens of thousands of years ago. The human brain has always looked for the exit door. Your ancestors just found the very first keys. If this got in your head, you're going to love the next one, where we reveal every brutal thing ancient humans did to keep their children alive in a world that killed most of them. Tap the screen and let's keep going.